Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and we are jumping back into Path of Exile 2 this morning. I think I'm probably going to finish the story chapters, and then we can start seeing the end game content. And I am looking forward to it with my Tower Shield Tin Can Witch. Good morning, good morning. Hello to all of you. Hope you had a good evening. I had a heck of a wake-up call this morning, chat. Let me tell you guys about this. So, I woke up, my alarm went off, and I hit snooze. I was like, all right, give me 5 more minutes, man. Give me 5 more minutes. I'm so tired. And my wife, fearing that I was oversleeping, she comes into the room, and she's like, hey, are you getting, because she was already up, but she's like, hey, you getting up? And I stretch. I do like this full body stretch, tighten up all the muscles, and something in my neck moved in a way that should not have moved. And I was like, ah! And I like suddenly kind of was like in like a fetal position, and I was clutching my neck. And she's like, what's wrong? And I think I pulled something. And she's like, you pulled something? And I was like, in my neck. And she's like, in your... And I'm like, no, my neck. And I'm trying not to laugh. And like immediately, I'm just imagining like I die or I go into a coma or something. And she calls 911. And like, they're like, what happened? And she's like, his last words were, I swear, the problem's down there. You're wasting your time up there by his head. No, look down there, like just wasting their time completely while I'm dying. So I'm like, I'm trying not to laugh at this because it hurts so bad. Like after a few minutes it passed, I was like, oh my god, I freaking pulled something while I was laying down. Are you serious? A whole new meaning to the bone zone? That's right. His last words go on. No. Hey Neo, welcome to being older. Yes, waking up and pulling my neck. Alright, let's see. What do I need here? I need to go to Agaroth, I think. Hey, Mugga Chat. Hello, Theo. Good morning. Kind of wonder what her face looked like if you that sentence. It looked like this. Chaotic, thank you for the raid. Welcome. We're just getting started here. Hello. Mukluk, Douglas, Bartholomew, Reginald, Esquire the 4th, this is Johnson Van Suffers the 3rd, welcome to all of you to the lab. Hope you enjoy your stay. Entertainment is on the way. Cricket, the speakers, don't judge the fingers, giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. Welcome to the stream. Hello, we are playing Path of Exile 2 this morning. I am playing a abomination of a witch that has a very high amount of strength and is wearing full plate armor and is hiding behind a tower shield because I don't like pain. I summon skeletons, I cast firewalls, and then I turn into a bunker. What the hell? What? Oh my god. We're getting double rated. Deep voice family friendly elf is here. Deep voiced family friendly elf? Is that his the full title? Alright, let me give you my full title. Mukluk, Douglas, Bartholomew, Reginald, Esquire the 4th, this is Johnson Van Suffers the 3rd, welcomes all of you to the lab. Hope you enjoy your stay. Entertainment is on the way. Cricket, the speakers, don't touch the speakers, giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. Welcome. We are playing Path of Exile 2 this morning. I'm playing a strength witch that throws magic and then hides behind my tin can tower shield, so no one can hurt me. We're near the end of Cruel and get to finally see the endgame content very soon. Hey Mike, I used to watch YouTube videos, so I played Guild Wars 2. Glad to be able to raid you. I appreciate the raid, thank you. As I'm sure you know, if you're streaming, that is quite helpful. I'm glad you're enjoying my guides. There is one coming out soon for the legendary Spear Club Jarny that my editor hates me for because it's the biggest project. She's had to work on it in months. How are you fighting the game so far? I'm liking it. I had played about 1,700 hours of Path of Exile over the last 10 years. You know, like I popped in for different seasons, played for a bit, and so on. I enjoyed it, and I would say that right now, there's a lot of customization options from PoE 1 that I'm missing. Because, like, when I go look at the options for skill gems, I feel like the choices are quite barren right now. However, the underlying systems for this game, like the ability to actively block with my shield and just block everything from the front, I'm using that a lot right now. I think that's amazing. Yeah, I'm playing a witch, so the minions resummoning themselves when they, when they expire, things like that. There's a lot of really good stuff here, and I think that once they fix the bugs and add, more content to this game to kind of catch it up to the volume of content in PoE 1, I think this is going to, hands down, become like my new favorite. So it's like, right now it's missing a lot of things, but I think once it has those things, like the underlying systems for this are a huge improvement. Also, I'm using WASD to move around. 1700 in PoE, you know the basics, right? Yeah, I know the basics. And that's completely true. Like, I never beat the, like, the Elder or the Shaper. When the game had Piety as the last boss, I cleared it. When it had, like, was it 5-axe and 10-axe as the whole game, I cleared it. But then when they started adding, like, the super uber map bosses, I never really cleared it again. I still enjoyed it, but I never really got to that point. WC is much more comfortable. Yeah, I played the Rift Breaker a lot, and this is, that's the same control scheme they use. So I was already used to it from other titles, but it's so good. It's so good. Just the fact that you can, like, move left while shooting right, or move right while shooting left, is the result of the WASD thing, and I really like that. Nice, I'm a 3,800 hour PoE 1 player. Definitely like PoE 2, but I'm finding it a bit less fun to play. I suppose that's what accepted for me in the EA game. Yeah, and that's totally fair. They're not trying to remake the same game, so there will be some people that like one of them and don't like the other. So, like, one of the things is, this game is a bit slower and more dangerous. I like that. Because PoE 1, when you were watching those endgame players that were basically just like, here's them doing a map. Blip, 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 and every blip kills a screen worth of mobs. Dude, I looked at that and I was just like, I'm just getting a seizure from this. Like, that doesn't look fun. That looks insane. And, if you weren't doing that, you're like, okay, well, I did my map in 15 minutes. They're like, oh, I did 15 maps in 15 minutes. You're like, okay, well, clearly I'm playing wrong. And people are like, oh, you don't have to play like that. But I'm like, well, I feel like I have to. It's way more efficient. So I like that the game is not that, that fast at this, at this time. In Diablo, just press 1 button, everything dies. You too, got adopted stuff. Yeah. It kind of feels like, I don't know if any of y'all played the early access for No Rest for the Wicked this year. It kind of feels like this is between PoE and No Rest for the Wicked in terms of difficulty. No Rest for the Wicked was basically a Souls-like, but with the isometric camera angle, so things could kill you very easily, even if you over-leveled them if you weren't careful. Gonna rest now, have a great stream. Have a good rest, thank you again for the raid, appreciate that. Dragon, thank you for the Prime. Should I hear about Twitch Prime? Yeah, PoE 1, it was huge at currency grinder, but PoE 2, I'm gonna be, whoa, standing on a bad puddle. PoE 2, I'm gonna be playing in SSF so I can experience the game for what it is rather than feeling like I need to get the currency grind. Fair. I made my character, because I was like, oh, hardcore characters become softcore characters when they die. Okay. So I made my character in hardcore just to see how far I got. And I got to level 2. You guys, those of you that have played this, you know how, like, right outside of town there's like a den of evil or something? And then the final boss was that big worm? That big worm did the green acid spit attack and a one-shot killed me. And I'm like, ah, okay. And I went back and killed it on the second attempt. I dodged the green spit, but yeah, that thing one-shot killed me. I'm like, okie dokie. Alright. Well, we are softcore now. So what did we learn? We learned dodge green. Ooh, 2 sockets. I'm gonna salvage that in town. Mike, did you get bonked by the monkey? I think I might have I think on normal mode, I died to the monkey one time. And then on cruel mode, I was super scared and panicking and running around a lot, and I killed it without dying. Because I had seen so many clips on Twitter and YouTube of, like, streamers dying to that thing. So when I got to it on Cruel, I was just like, I'm just going to assume he can kill me in one hit, and I am just, like, maximum tension. So I managed to kill it on Cruel without dying, but I was a scaredy cat. Green bad, dodge it. Like, yo, where's 2 guide? You set it up the red circle. Yep. Like, so many guides. I played Ring Around the Pillar with the monkey. I did that. Do you remember the boss that was like, he's in a graveyard, and you kill like the husband and wife ghosts, and then you go back to the guy and you tell him they're dead, and then he like freaks out and turns into a boss. I forget his name, but I remember when I fought him, it involved a lot of running around. There was like a big gravestone in there, and I did Ring Around the Rosie in there on normal mode for a while before I could ship him down. Like, I ran out of healing potions. On Cruel, I just melted him. My build was too good at that point.
A similar method to a curse or two I know.
Okay. I guess that's done. Blood. I guess that was blood sacrifice. Okay. Love to see you play the CM boss. Oh god, what, the CM boss? You're most of maps? I am. I'm starting to have them drop. I've got like a dozen level 1 maps in my stash. How's WASD? The WASD feels great. When I found out the WASD movement controls being added to this game, that was actually one of the things I was most excited about, which may sound weird. I'm used to it from another game I frequently play, and I was like, I want that. Like, just the ability to, like, move left while firing to the right is something you can do on WASD, but you can't easily do on mouse. So I'm very happy with it. If you could add one more name to Mukluk, Douglas, Bartholomew, Rachel, Despar, the 4th, what would it be? I don't know. I don't have anything ready for that. Maybe Louise. That sounds very regal. That's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of dudes. As clearly this was a healthy, thriving city before I showed up. Also, there was a patch that did PoE 2 yesterday that I had to download. Had a lot of tweaks. Do it, sir. Mukluk, Douglas, Bartholomew, original, let's go the 4th. Get knighted, king. Get knighted. I love it. Are you following a build I'm playing, which also has mini patches nerf recently? What's up, Big U? No. The game hasn't even been available for a week. No, I'm not following a build. I'm just doing my own thing. It's basic. I mean, it's a witch, as you can see, but with really high defenses. Because I like living. Got 3 skill points. I need to figure out what my next goal is going to be with those. If he does his wife a guild, yeah. Just try them in an evening. The CM bosses of Black Myth Wukong seem really good. God. Thing is, I'm rusty on Black Myth Wukong. Like, I finally beat, like, the really tough bosses in that game, and I'm, like, all rusty now. I'd have to like relearn how to play it. The ice comment was nerfed? Oh, I'm not using ice comment, so that doesn't affect me. I'll say I think none of the nerfs directly affect me. There was one where they tweaked Raging Spirits, but it really only affected people that were using it in these like dumb infinite loop combos, and I wasn't, so my Raging Spirits are pretty much unchanged from that. Hey, is there any Infernalist build that isn't Minion bait? Oh yeah, for sure. The thing is, like, in the Infernalist, this is the Infernalist tree. The only thing here related to Minion is this right here, which is Infernal Hound. You could absolutely make an Infernalist build that is not related to Minions with this. But if you're asking about my build specifically, I made a Witch because I specifically wanted to play Minions, and I picked Infernalist just because between it and Blood Mage had nothing related to Minions, and Infernalist had one thing related to Minions, so I picked Infernalist for that one thing. I'm assuming the third Ascendancy, when it comes out, is going to be like Necromancer, like the first game. Just because there's not really a Minion focus one. Are Minions usually the best way to go? Not necessarily. They're just a way to play the game that I like. Although this game's flexibility, absolutely. Minions are getting a lot of hate in global chat yesterday. Who reads global chat? Freaking turn that off. Amber Amulet. As far as people hating on them in chat, I will say in the early game, the early game of PoE 2, the minions for the Witch, they're basically emotional support. They die left and right. Like, they just die, respawn, die. They are paper. So maybe they're a distraction. So early game, the minions of PoE 2, way worse than they were in PoE 1. I would say I'm probably mid-game, and they're amazing. Late game, I don't know. I'm not there yet. When you're blocking with a shield, is there any indicator when your block will get broken? Right here, do you see this bar? This bar is the block bar. This fills up when you block damage, and if it drains out when you lower your shield. So if you do not lower your shield and that thing fills up and you get hit again, you'll get like blown backward and take a bunch of damage. Did I miss whatever I'm looking for? Okay, there's something. Oh, this looks like another one of those things where there's 3 idols to find. You could always run 75% block passively too. Probably. What's my current block? 26% is my passive one right now. Ah, there it is. Okay. But can you explain to me the self-control required to only pick up specific pieces of loot instead of picking up literally everything, like the loot got my aim in these games? I mean, when you get to a point, you're just like, okay, I don't need white items anymore. Unless it is, like, for me, a white scepter, because, you know, you can throw in 3 items into that reforging thing in town and get a new random one. And I really like scepters, so anytime I get a scepter, I'll pick that up, and then I'll throw it into the recycler thingy. But over time, like, I start to care less about white items. Then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pick up a blue item if it's something I won't possibly use. Like, for me, that's a bow. Like, it doesn't matter how good a bow is. I'm not picking it up unless it's, like, orange. Or yellow just for selling it for the regals. So it's just, you know, over time, you kind of just stop caring about certain things when you're on a certain character. But if you're an altaholic and you play a lot of different tunes, then, you know, maybe you'll care. Nicest game has its own version of the Mystic Toilet. Yeah. Alright. Do that. And let's see. Serby. The mace.
Be wary.
Oswald. Sell those things.
Don't get eaten.
Salvage bench. Salvage that.
Hey?
And does he have anything good? Nope. Okay.
Stay wary.
Save that just in case. Alright, got 3 skill points. These, I want to refund these and move them somewhere else. However, those 3 dex nodes, that's 5, 10, 15 dex, I need that to use my current gear. So if I'm going to move these, I've got to get those stats somewhere else if I'm going to do that. Let's see. I'm satisfied with my damage. I would like, you know, more defenses, like armor, energy shield, mana, because I'm running mind over matter, so mana is used as health also. Anything like that. Let's see. Let's do search for mana. Let's see what comes up. Mana regen. I wonder, it says mana regeneration rate, and that one says mana recovery. I wonder if that's different, because this game is very particular with its wording. Like, increased is different from more. So I wonder if regen rate and recovery, like recovery might be from potions. Chaos damage. 3% increase in life mana and energy shield. Gain 20% of energy shield as additional stun threshold. All bonuses remain really good equipped amulets. Recoup. Rate would probably mean how much you recover per second. Yeah, I think regeneration rate is recovery per second for just like natural recovery. But the one that said, this was mana regen rate, this is mana recovery rate. And I'm wondering if mana recovery is not the second by second regen. It might be like how fast you get the, like a potion. Energy shield and mana regen. Mana recovery rate is a multiplier to all sources of mana recovery, so regen, leech, flask, will, and recoup, so on. I was close. Talk says, may I show you my Smexy res boots I corrupted? Sure, if that'll make you happy. Go ahead. Oh, orange item. Fire and cold resist. Movement speed, line of 25 resist, striking 90 ground. Nice resistances. Often with orange items, it's tough gating your resistances up there. That's good. This whole node is pretty good. Could go down there and get that. This is pretty good too. Let's do that. Can always respec. Alright, that's a bunch of regen. What does Corrupted do on an item? Corrupted will make a random change to the item and then make it so you can never change the item again. But some of the random things are bad, and some of them are insanely good. So, like, for example, you could take a skill gem in PoE 1 and corrupt it, and one of the things that could happen is it could increase its level. So if it was already max level, it would go above maximum level. But if it came out bad, you would just trash it, and then you'd have to get another skill gem. Hey Bird, let's see, Total War Warhammer 3 Omens of Destruction is out now. Yeah, I think Sunday, I'm doing a sponsored stream for them for that. I'm really excited for that. But first, tomorrow I'm doing a sponsored stream for Galactic Civilizations. It's funny, they actually thought that because I was a fan of Total Warhammer and strategy games, they thought that I might like their game. And I was like, yo, it looks good. I'm totally game to try it. So Total War kind of led to both of those sponsors. Some of our stuff is stuck in the door, so all my damage is not hitting this guy.
Clever trick.
Oh, that's right. The bridge is coming up.
There is no time for this. Azeri will soon commune with the beast. Cease your assault.
I heard minions are rough in Act 3 because they always get stuck in these corridors. Yeah, it can be annoying. Now, you do have the manual movement thing. So, like, for example, if I can't get them to come through this door, I can be like, alright, back off, and then come through. And it usually unsticks them. So as long as you've bound the manual control thing to a button, you can usually get them unstuck. But yes, it does happen. guy looks like Urgot from League of Legends. Ew. Haven't gotten to Total War Warhammer yet. I rage quit Dawn of War Soulstorm after spending 2 to 3 hours sieging the Tau orbital cannon, then my game crashed. Dawn of War 3 felt too bad, the line to finish. Yeah, I haven't played Dawn of War. A lot of people have recommended it to me. Maybe I'll get to it someday. I don't think it's the same genre. Like, I think Total War Warhammer 3 is, like, you know, it's turn-based when you're looking at the world map, but then when you get into a battle, it's like real-time strategy within the battle. My impression of Dawn of War is like the whole game is RTS. That is correct. Gotcha. Dawn of War 2 is more like, here's your 4 squads, beat them out. But don't the squads, like, for example, a squad will have like a bunch of models in it, and if some of the models die, but you keep the squad alive, can't you replenish the models that were lost or something like that? That's a dead end.
Stop this at once. I take no pleasure in harming one of my own, but if you persist, I will do with her what I must.
How does she know she's in the farthest chamber? She was unconscious when they dragged her up. Were you faking it, Alva? So my minion, yeah, there we go. So my minion stuck. Another thing, I guess, that I would like to see changed on this, in every other ARPG I've played, if you have minions, if you get too far from the minion will leash and kind of like snap to you, right? In this game, they die, and then after like 30 seconds, they respawn next to you. So if they get stuck right when you get into a fight, they despawn, and then you have to go a little bit of time without them, which sucks. Hey, drop. Mug, got any idea who or what the beast might be? I have a feeling I might know or what the beast is just from the cursor right now. I'm wondering if it's Katava. But I will say that despite having 1,700 hours in PoE 1, I don't know the lore that well. Like, I think to really understand the lore of Raid Class, there's the way they deliver it. You have to do, like, a lot of, like, the optional conversations and talking to people and reading notes, and I just never did that. Oh, we here? Final guy?
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Azzoatl has finally come for me.
Yes, yes. Resist all you like.
Justice comes with a heavy price. Unleashed. I've had enough of this. Pathetic. I can't give up.
Phase 1
I
done.
must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed. Let's see you survive this.
Right!
I cannot allow you to interfere. Now you're within my grasp.
Stun bar's almost full.
What?
Get stunned, idiot!
Ow! Get up.
Roots, break his ankles!
Full power. No. Do not
First
fail
try.
me. Not now. How could this happen? All I've done. All that I sacrificed.
Your people cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
Oh no, he's an LI mechanist.
The legacy of the Val must be protected. I do know the way to contain the beast.
Let's just start
My minions! He's down, get him!
exactly the peacemaking time.
Get him!
If only there isn't,
So
but I will
it's
come.
settled.
Speak to Doriani in the encampment. Alright, before I leave this time, this is the end of Act 3. Act 3 Cruel mode, yeah. Okay, I think we're good.
Now then, it is time we departed. Activate the portal. We will see about it. It begins.
Wait, what? I didn't see this earlier when I did Act 3. What the heck? I did not see that earlier when I did Act 3.
So, I'm still alive.
Did I
after
miss
being
something
hit
earlier?
in the face by the cataclysm. I'd almost say I'm lucky. You're awake.
Oh, I thought you might not make it. There's a lot to go over. When you've pulled yourself together, speak with Doriani.
You made it. Unfortunately, Rayclast was not so lucky. It has been devastated by the cataclysm and is no longer habitable. Grieving would only be a waste of precious time. We must face reality and make difficult choices. We must cleanse corruption so that civilization can one day return to its former heights. We are living the worst possible outcome, but I did anticipate every contingency. This ziggurat contains a translocation device which will allow us to open portals to a range of coordinates on Rayclast. From here, we can more than simply survive. We can reclaim the world from the grasp of corruption. Place waystones in the machine, and they will help calibrate the journey. The corruption at the destination will respond to both the energies we use and that we ourselves expect to find. It may be possible to use this malleability to our advantage. You must start with
Map
the areas
acquired.
of least corruption. They are still deadly, but should be survivable for short spans. Cleanse enough of them to give us an outside foothold. Time
Okay.
is of the essence.
Greetings.
So that's buy and disenchant.
Yes.
She's buy or sell.
Peace. She and I really must
Where's
exchange
identify?
forbidden-
Speak.
Oh, he identifies. Refund Atlas passives. Oh boy, is it time to see? How do I see the Atlas map? I don't know how to get to the Atlas thing. Oh, what button is it? Wait, why is... What? I killed Ignag yesterday. What the heck? I guess it's bugged. Go up the stairs in the middle to the map device first. Okay, hang on.
Yes.
Hello. Only take what is necessary. I'll be here, waiting.
Just opening up the map. Mug is your shield made of Muklukium. Muklukium. How dependable is the metal Muklukium, Falco? Is that something that I would want to hide behind? If I had a bunker made of that, I'd be okay. Is this the same map where there was something in the middle of the room doing like really high burning damage and you had to like skirt around the outside of the map to get around? This looks like it might be. So that means the thing in the middle of the room was the map device. Uh-huh. What? What am I supposed to do? Well, there's Atlas skills. Okay, well, there's that. How do I use the map device? Complete the tier 1 maps. It's bugged, relog. What? Muck broke the endgame? God. Alright, hang on. That's very different than what we saw a minute ago. Alright. What is all this now? Alright, so I'm guessing just do the glowy ones. Realm Gate. Let's try something simple. Let's do the thing right next to me. Let's see what that does. Now there's 6 portals, but if I remember correctly, didn't they say if you die, like that's the end of a run? Oh, one second. I'm fixing something on the stream. Okay, there we go. If you die, map closes. Okay, so the 6 portals are just for lugging stuff back to town, though. you already fail a map, all bonus objectives are gone if you retry it. I don't know that I have any bonus objectives. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That armor there, I don't have the stats for it. It has 63 max life as a base thing. It's kind of neat. Oh, switch. If it wasn't for the map showing there was something there, I would have completely missed this. Minions. Come on. There we go. Okay, we unstuck them. At least unstuck a few of them to be dangerous. Whoa, my mana bar just got drained completely. Ooh, my guard broke. That hasn't happened in a while. Level 67. Hearing market level made me think I leveled since I'm mapping too. You fool, it was mine! I definitely like the more open areas, because then I can make sure that 100% of my minions can get in there and fight. Because like I've got, like, my minions are like half melee and half ranged, so in a tight corridor, you know, they can get stuck on each other, like, yeah, the melee get behind the range or something like that. It's nice when it's an open room and I don't have to sweat that. That was a big radius, good lord. Is there a level cap in PoE 2 or PoE 1? PoE 1, it's 100. Most people don't. Well, is it 99 or 100? It's that area. It's either 99 or 100. But most people don't get there because they either lose interest and they're like, okay, I beat this league, or they, you know, if they're playing hardcore, they die before that. I believe going from like 90 to 100 is the same amount of XP as going from 190, or sorry, going from 1 to 90 or something like that. I think like 81 or something like that was the highest I ever got. But like, we just finished the story and I'm 67. Oh, okay, I see a skull down here. That must be the boss. What's that noise? Is he exploding corpses or something? Squishy? Okay. Alright, map completed, apparently. Bucket 67 looking good for his age. Alright, let's see.
Go on.
Identify.
What can I do for you? Here is what we have. I'll be here, waiting.
Put that there. All right. Let's see. You know, this node here that's like 6% increased int. Wonder if there's anything more like that. Percent increased int. That's, oh, so this has the words percent increased for energy shield, but then it also has int. So it's like, is this what you wanted? No, that's not what I wanted. Increased spell damage. What? Do I have to type the word intelligence? Yeah, it's the first time the filter's not quite giving me what I was looking for. There's a lot of good stuff down here. There is honestly a lot of good stuff here. There's some minion nodes, there's some mana regen, and I'm using mind over matter, so mana is hit points. There's some mana and life regen. Let's see, if I want to unspin that, so that would be apply that to Dex, and then
What is it?
Yes.
where's the passive guy?
What is it?
Refund
How can I
passives.
perfect myself?
Okay, and we're at 133 int right now. And right now to use my highest level ability requires exactly 133 int, so I can't change that. Alright. Hey, Asdanex, thank you for the 2 gifted. Appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. No. +1 to minion skills. I've got a +2 minion skills though. Okay. What about you?
Yes. Here's what we have.
+63 max mana and cold resist. Thing is, if I take the shield off, how much physical damage reduction do I lose? I go from 33 to 25 DR. You joining PoE 2? I am, yes. Absolutely am.
Good eating. See what you think.
So gain 63 int. Gain some int. Or sorry, 63 energy shield. I misspoke. 142 max mana. At the cost of 100. No, it's kind of a side grade. No, it's not. Oh, what is that? Players are cursed with temporal chains. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't miss that. Okay, so this one that we did is now yellow. Alright. Just looking at the other things. Alright, let's try that one. You can craft all maps, orbs, and stuff. I figured. You could do that in PoE 1. I figured that that was the case.
So bright and open. Dreadful.
So temporal chains slows your movement speed and maybe attack speed? Doesn't apply to the minions already out on the field, so. This is good terrain for me because there's room for all my guys to run around. You can get it as a curse for yourself in the Sorcerer's Tree. Yeah. There was a, I forget which one it was. There was a league I played once in PoE 1 where I used, I believe it's the Blasphemy support gem, which turns a curse into an aura. And then I had temporal chains on it, so I was just emanating temporal chains around me at all times. It was fun. Anything that got close got slowed down to a crawl. You're letting your kitties play outside? Yeah.
Obey me.
There's like a constant stream of little things coming in from all directions. Temp action slows action speed, which is cast speed, casting speed, attack speed, and movement speed, and recovering from stuns and freeze effects. It also makes buffs and debuffs expire slower. I didn't know about the stun and freeze effect thing. The rest of that I knew. That's interesting. Oh, there was a funny thing in the patch notes for this game this morning, and it was like, there was some, I think it's the Goliath or something, they have a move where they just like run at you and leap on you, and it's like a suicide, and they just explode. And apparently rare ones were doing that, which they would just kill themselves instantly, and it would either kill the player or just deliver the loot to you like an Uber. And they were like, rare Goliaths are no longer going to suicide. What do you think of the game after patch? Feels the same to me. Like, none of the stuff... Like, I wasn't doing any of the broken things that they patched. So, overall, it feels the same to me after the patch. Moving away from cast on freeze has been brutal for me. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that change in the patch notes. Yeah, I saw someone that like posted a video that was like, rest in peace, cast on freeze, December 6th to December 12th or something like that. Really wanted me. Wait, a skull is back here. What? Why is there a skull icon here? Is it just showing me this is where you killed a rare? I thought a boss had spawned behind me. Are you not playing anything cast on Xmuck as I play a similar build and Ignite doesn't trigger at all, basically? No, I'm not using any cast on X. Now, possibly I should. You know, I'm not, like, bragging about it or anything, but no, I don't have any of that currently in my build. That's all I'm saying. Basically, like, I do the firewall to summon the Raging Spirits. The Raging Spirits have poison and armor shred on them. They debuff the absolute hell out of things. If I'm fighting a rare mob, I'll also throw flammability. I don't usually bother using Flame Curse on the trash. And then other than that, I'm mostly doing, you know, active blocks and controlling the minions with the minion attack key onto important targets.
Obey me.
Hello, peeps. Hey, Black. Mike, I need help. Norton's Homestead meta event is what? Yeah, I've seen you talking about it for a while. I don't know what you want me to do about it. I'm sorry. Have you tried seeing if there's anyone else on that map in the group finder and you could use them to, like, invite you and hop to a different map? Killed the boss. I guess I'll just... I've almost opened the map completely, so I guess I'll just finish it. Alright. Okay. The quest log gave you credit for it. Yeah, no, I was just talking about, like, I guess I'll just kill the rest of those mobs that were there.
What is it?
Did Cruel Doriani cost you much? No, I'm not even sure if I used a potion. I melted him. Not like those clips on YouTube of people, like, one-shotting bosses, but I just ran circles around them and melted him down. It was not bad at all.
What can I do for you?
I was very much in control of the situation. Decent boots, but no movement speed. I only use boots with movement speed. All my homies use boots with movement speed.
We prepared for all contingencies.
A lot of energy shield, but my current amulet has a lot of spirit. There's no way I'm using this. This is okay, so the shop has not changed since I was here earlier. Alright, so we did not get any new... Let's see, I had a yellow one in here. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah, so last map I did had plus 290% waystone drop chance, and I didn't get any new ones in there. Players have enfeeble, monsters have more crit, monsters can bleed. That's fine. Enfeeble doesn't affect me, because my damage comes from my minions. What would you recommend spending gold on? If you mean in this game, constantly check the merchants, because they'll sometimes have upgrades. That's usually what my gold goes to. What is the deal with the Rome Gate? I'm almost afraid to try it. Enfeeble, you do less damage. We'll see about that. The merchants don't have anything, buy a gamble from Alva. You can do that. I would say always make sure you have a little bit of gold left in case you want to respec and move. Like, you might get a new item and then you need to move a point or two around to use it, and you don't want to be dead broke when that happens, you know. So keep yourself a little bit of a buffer. Can you run out of waystones? I suppose it's possible. I don't know how realistic it is that that might happen. In PoE 1, like anytime you're running maps, like, usually more maps would drop, so it was really hard to run out. Stone. Playing on Noxxi Cyberpunk PoE again tonight, Mark? Yeah, if the audience is cool with it. And then tomorrow there will be a some of that Galactic Civilization sponsored stream will be part of tomorrow night. Dude, Cyberpunk had me so frustrated last night. Like, one, I was going back to it after like a week away, so I was a little rusty. And then also the patch they did that undid everyone's settings. It's like I opened the game, the nudity was back on, the DMCA music was back on, it was deafening loud because the volume was set to maximum, all my hotkeys were reset, and some of them I didn't remember what they were, so it's like I'd get into a fight and then hit something with muscle memory and then die, and I'm like, ah, that's where my grenade button was. You know, stuff like that. So it's just like, come on, like this isn't some small indie company. What do you mean your patch wipes all settings? Oh, and my save file. I had to replay like a half an hour. Like, of all of the patches, the one patch that has happened while I've played Cyberpunk, that was the worst one. Like, I don't even know anything positive that happened from that patch from my perspective. It was rough. Those worms, they just go like targetable, untargetable, targetable, untargetable, and I was like, is it still there? Whoa, okay. That is the closest I've come to death so far. That guy slapped me, my energy shield broke, my mind over matter drained my entire mana pool, and my life went to half. Yeah, so even when I block it, I take damage. Interesting. So those guys attack even when I actively block it, because I know I did, because my active block bar went to 50% from 0, and my mana went from full to half. So even when I actively block those hits, I'm taking damage. Those spearmen. What do you prefer, Sanctum or Ultimatum for Ascendancy? So you're saying, do I prefer the honor system or do I prefer doing the ultimatum?
Now.
I will say straight up, I don't like the honor thing, right? I think melee people probably hate it even more than I do. I'm not a fan of like making a mistake and having that mistake carry with you for the next 10 rooms. However, ultimatum, some of the stuff is just like really rough. Also the elevators in the ultimatum area really sucks with minions. Sometimes it's really difficult to like, you go down the elevator, you're immediately in combat, and your minions are still at the top of the elevator, and it's like, okay. So I don't know. I do not know. Minions do 15% increased damage, have 20% increased crit chance. Crit chance. Crit strike chance. So oh my god, I looked at chat. Today's patch had a line about minions getting stuck in ultimate elevator. Oh, did it? I didn't see that. One sec. I'm curious. Hang on. Let's see. Can I control F on this? No, I can't. Can I see it on their website? Crap. Dang it, is there a button to see this in a web browser? I want to use control. Okay, hold on. This might work. Live. No matches. Are you sure? Huh. Well, I'll take your word for it. If they did fix that, then I'm happy to hear it, because it was irritating for me. Copy paste to notepad. That's what a smart person would do. Sometimes those explosions are my own arsonists, and other times it's not, and they just scare me. They stone. Mug, am I allowed to link the patch here for the YouTube? Yeah, go for it. So, let's see. Let's see. Control F elevator, comes up nothing. Control F minion. Fixed a bug where player minions would get stuck at the top of the lift in the Trials of Chaos. Gotcha. Cool. They called it lift. Alright. They're, British. Fixed a bug where non-reviving minions were spawning a remnant from the Grim Feast buff. Oh, yeah, this was in one of the infinite loop crap, I think. I saw this on YouTube. So, there are certain buffs that are supposed to give you a... Sorry, there are certain... passives that are supposed to like give you, let's say, like 50 mana or 50 energy shield or something when a reviving minion dies. So that's like a skeleton, like something that has a little bit of weight to it, but not like raging spirits, which I summon 10 raging spirits every second. Like it's not supposed to work on those, and it was. So like if you had gain 50 energy shield when one of your reviving minions dies and it works on raging spirits, you could really quickly just spam firewall and get to like 3,000 energy shield. And I saw people doing that. Fixed a bug where the quality on the sacrifice skull was causing minions to revive more slowly instead of more quickly. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try Ultimatum. If they fix the elevator thing, then the only challenge will be the intended challenge of it, and I might prefer Ultimatum over the honor thing. Have to see. I mentioned it earlier, but I would love it. In most ARPGs, if you get too far from your minions, if you're playing a minion class, they just kind of teleport to you, like they leash. But in this game, they just die. And then after some time has passed, they respawn next to you, which is what just happened there a second ago. Map completed. Oh, that was the last boss? Oh, okay. Taking a lot of damage there. You should have served me. Occasionally the witch will yell ancient fools when she's fighting the Vol. And to me, I swear, every time I hear her go, April Fools. So I just, I hear like, April Fools, throw grenade. It still works. Probably not what they were going for. Alright, I think we've cleared 95% of the map.
Speak.
Hello.
Disenchant.
See what you think.
+3 to the level of all physical spell skills. Put it in the stash. Might be interested on a future character or something. Let's see, out to Louis, what do you got? 53 spirit. This one life regen per second. Trading armor for energy shield. Probably a side grade. Yeah, it's fire resist. No. Okay.
Quicken your pace.
The Tears of a Ravaged Earth. Alright, so that purple hand, I see that, and I think of Breach from Path of Exile 1, and I'm wondering if that's Breach. If you want info on that, Muck, check the top left when you're in the map device for better info on the icons. Ah, I was right. Yep. Neat. You guys have a favorite league from PoE 1, those of you that played it? For me, Breach and I think Abyss were the ones that I just enjoyed the most. I just had the most fun in. I actually got a lot of the achievements in Abyss for like the weird cosmetic skins and stuff. These Gibbet things remind me of either Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring had mobs like that. I think it was DS3. Affliction for me, because explosion! Dudes with cage hats. I loved Heist. Shane says, every time I hear the witch yell back off, I hear a certain phrase shouted by an Irish priest in a popular Irish comedy called Father Ted. Oh, it definitely sounds like she says F off sometimes when she does it. Which honestly is funnier. I don't know about Father Ted, but... Ah, see how my minions just unsummoned? No! There they are. Across that? No. Okay, that looked shallow. I thought I might be able to. I stopped playing shortly after 1.0 came out and missed so many leagues, but mechanics I did love was Breach, Harbinger, Rest of Pieces, Incursion. Incursion I think was okay, but it was a really big like time sink, you know? Like when you finished the temple and it was time to go do the whole thing, it was like, man, I hope I got another hour or two. I feel like Incursion required the biggest time commitment if you were sitting down to play than any of the others, if it was time to do the temple. Delirium took me the most for anything. I think the only Delirium things I did was, you know, when you would run into the mirror thing and then just, like, blitz through the level as fast as you could. I don't think I ever did any Delirium stuff beyond that mechanic. This build you run reminds of Ritualist for Guild Wars 1, but not so much Necro for some reasons. I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm kind of playing a caster in, like, heavy armor with a tower shield. I haven't gotten to do that since some of the old Elder Scrolls games, Zorik, you know? Because, most games, you know, like, if you're a caster, you're in cloth. If you're, like, if you're a sneaky person, you're in leather. If you're anything else, you're in mail or plate. But it's always fun when a game gives you freedom, and, you know, there should be pros and cons. Like, plate armor should be noisier, so, you know, it's worse for sneaking. But if you want, you can be a wizard in plate. You know, stuff like that. D&D says no, because D&D says you have to make, like, very careful movements with your hands that you can't do in plate armor, but it's fun when it allows. Oh, that's the breach graphic. Yo, that looks different. Okay. Alright. We're gonna clear the surrounding area before we activate this. We're just gonna assume it works the same as PoE 1, and if not, I'll learn. Any tips on Wrathbreaker? As a witch, I've died like 10 times. Wrathbreaker? Who was Wrathbreaker? Hold on, I need a reminder. Who was Wrathbreaker? Let's see. First boss, Act 2. Sorry if I was wrong. No, your problem. I just you're fine. I just I have a bad habit of never reading the boss names. I'm trying to see who this is. Oh, is that the guy that you're fighting him on the hill and, like, all those people up above are throwing spears at you and there's also, like, a bunch of dogs coming at you constantly from behind? Okay, I died on him once. He was difficult. So I could tell you what I know. One, I tried pulling him down the hill to, like, away from the archers, and it doesn't work. He just heals back to full and goes back up the hill. So you have to fight him up top, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, he was a handful. He was a handful. I mean, I don't really know what to say. You have to try to avoid those spears coming down from above, and those dogs are going to keep joining in. So, like, when you're hitting him, try to use spells that can cleave down those dogs, too, and just AoE them down. Also, I'll tell you, I don't think the dogs run out. Because I fought him for a long time, and they just kept coming. Yeah, I could totally see that being a rough one for anyone. Like, I like being defensive, so I was running a pretty tanky build, and I was still, like, basically in the corner, just, you know, just screaming while trying to take that guy down. Good lord, there's so much stuff! Okay, I've turned it into my stuff. Look at the hand. There we go. Reach!
I sense there will be others.
Wow. That was crazy. Also, White Kidron, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate the 2 gifted subs. That's a huge help. Oh, I think I was supposed to run around more during that, but there was just so much to fight. Thanks again, Lux, out to your streamer right here. I feel like I didn't give you any good information, but I hope you're able to beat him. Is this an MMO or instance multiplayer? It's single player, or you can invite other people and they can play with you up to, I think, 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But not an MMO, no. Nice weaving. Thank you. This is when you stopped and took the time. Okay, well, you're welcome. So it looks like in PoE 2, after you kill enough mobs, all the skulls on the map become visible, like the bosses. Because I can suddenly see 3 skulls on the map now.
Obey me.
Periodically unleashes lightning. Siphons flasks. You stay away from my flasks. Oh, we actually filled our bag before finishing the map. Look, you deactivated the HP bars on your minions? Yeah, I did. I had them on for a while because I was trying to decide if I felt the clerics were worth it. Because I had a node where the minions all regen 3% of their max life per second. So I was like, alright, are the clerics even useful? Because I'm currently diverting a little bit of my spirit to keeping the clerics out. And then there was a one boss fight I was on where I was seeing their health bars go boof, heal, boof, heal, boof, heal. And I'm like, alright, the clerics can stay. Like, alright, you know what? They've proved their worth. They're on the team. And then I was like, alright, I don't need to see the bars anymore. You know, whether they, like, I don't have any control of whether they die or not. I just can unstick them when they get stuck. So that was all I needed to know.
Only take. What is...
Minions have 5% increased life on a jewel. Toss out. Lesser jewelers. Dude, I still am getting lesser jewelers. I still have yet to find a single one of the jeweler's orb above lesser jewelers. Arcanist Etcher. Breach ring, max quality is 50%. What? What does that mean? Okay, that's very different from breach rings in PoE 1. I don't know what to do with this information. What do you mean max quality is 50%? let's do this. Actually, wait, can I add a thing to that? 20% increased armor. 32% mitigation now. 35. Wow! That's now a pretty good jewel. That's it. That's as good as it can get. I mean, for a jewel, you know?
What is it? This is what we have.
You can increase the quality of the ring up to 50 instead of up to 20.
Deal.
Move
along now.
Let's see. Increase the quality of an armor. Oh, I do not have many armor scraps. Nice jewels, thank you. Ray tricks, the other rings allow more than 20% quality on them, only through breaches. Okay. What level are you on this one? This is my only character I've made. This is 68. Soon to be nice. I just hit Endgame mapping, which is what we're doing right now. I want to see if I can try that third ultimatum after this. How do you like this class so far? Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Dude, it's not many games I can play a full plate wizard with a giant door-sized shield while, you know, controlling my army from behind it. Tier 2 Waystone. First one of those I've seen. Check something. Is that where I'm at? Map completed. Okay. I was curious for, like, if I'm ever not paying attention, if I could see on that screen if I had finished the map, and the answer is yes. Let's see, usually people that play this class go all out on Arsonist. It's nice to see you mix of different minion types. Seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, I felt the same way, Mechanic. I'll tell you part of it is, like, the only things you can summon when you don't have corpses around. So let's say you're in a boss fight. You can't summon zombies. You can't summon these little scorpion things. Is the Raging Spirits. And Raging Spirits are fire. Okay. And then, of the two ascendancies for this class, the only one that has anything to do with minions is the Infernalist because of the Fire Dog, which is right there. Again, fire. So it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to stack one type of damage, I've already got two things that I can't change that do fire. I should probably stack fire. So that means that everybody is mostly not using the Storm Mage, and they're not using the Frost Mage. They're using the Arsonist, because we've got a fire guy, an ice guy, and an electric guy. And so then everybody's just stacking Arsonist. And I totally get it. And I tried it for a little while, and it was okay. But then I tried out the Brutes. And the Brutes are the ones that are swinging the big hammers, and they're doing combos, they're knocking down bosses. And I'm like, shoot, these guys are just fun to watch. And also, like, the just control of the situation feels so much better. Because, like, they're locking down things. So... yeah, it might be better with Arsonist, but I feel like it's kind of boring to just do all that. So right now I've got 2 Priests, 3 Arsonists, and 3 Brutes, I believe. And then I've got 2 low-level Warriors from one of my Scepters. How much spirit do you have? You can see it in the bottom right, 290. You get 100 from doing the side quests during the story. And then I've got 44 on my chess piece. And I've got 46 on my amulet. I think that's it. I've actually seen a scepter that had like plus 40% to your total spirit. But it didn't have, but my scepter also has plus 1 to all minion skills, and allies nearby do 62% increased damage. So if I could get a scepter that had all of those things I just listed, that'd be amazing. But haven't seen one of those yet. Yeah, allies do more damage, plus 1 to all minion skills, and a plus spirit scepter is the dream. Not interested in using any offering spikes? I haven't really been interested in that yet, no.
Yes, here is the equipment I have salvaged. Don't spend it all at once.
62 to max life. No.
Quicken your pace.
Although that does make me realize I can do that. Plus 111 stun threshold. $99 mana, which is basically more health because of Mind Over Matter. Nice. Nice. Level 15 skill gem for the first time. However, that is going to require 146 int. So I can't do that right now. So I'll just store that. Have you decorated your homestead at Guilders 2 yet? No. No, I haven't. Let's see. Alright, what are those symbols? Map boss and an expedition. That sounds fun. The breach. I did the breach. What do you mean wait the breach? Unless there's more than one breach. You did? Yeah, I did a breach. There was a lot of screaming because I got completely swarmed, but I stayed alive. There was much panicking involved. Hang on a sec, chat. I'm gonna get a drink real fast. Anyone want anything while I'm up? Mountain Dew? Soda? Get me a Mukluk. Got any chips? Okay. Let's try Decay. What does this do? More monsters, enfeeble. That doesn't affect me. That's fine. Alright. Double Jai Daniels, 2 blocks of ice. Oh! That's a lot of stuff. I am uncomfort. Block's about to max out. Yeah, that narrow little bridge thing is kind of awful for the minions. Gargoyle demon. like that. The worm thing came out of the ground, and I used the manual attack thing on it, and the hammer guy stunned it, so it couldn't re-burrow again. Like, no, you're staying right here. This map is a mess. There's just crap everywhere. Where's all my summons? There they are. They had freaking despawned. Getting stuck on things. Corwin says, hey all, any tips for sorceress to have more interesting gameplay? At the moment I'm just spamming fireball. Any interesting skill combos? Corwin, there's one that I'm using that I'm actually borrowing from sorceress on my witch, which is Raging Spirits. I don't know if you have that. If you, your first spirit gem, you can get Raging Spirits, and then anytime you cast a fire spell, you summon a bunch of these little flaming skulls that run out and hit things. I have found that to be a lot of fun, and then you can also buff them with things, so like my Raging Spirits poison enemies and shred their armor. But I haven't played Sorceress yet, I've just borrowed a few skills from Sorceress on my witch. Good Night says Flame Wall combined with Spark is fun. Mudz says, do we know when the free version is going to release? Steam says December 6th. They said that they would be in early access for 6 months to a year, so it's going to be that long-ish. Like, have you tried Infernal Dead plus Minion instability on the SRS? I got Meat Shield on it to make them explode more. It's great fun. I've done similar builds to that in PoE 1. I like my minions staying alive. That's why I'm not using the spikes and stuff. I don't like killing my own minions. I never use the Arsonist special ability to detonate and things like that. They are my children. I want them all to live long, healthy, bony lives. New build, just oops all clerics. We just run at the enemy and spam heals. Confuse them. Oh crap, I thought it was like a week after launch. No. It's like 6 months to a year after launch. Because like right now there's 6 classes that each have 2 ascendancies, and the end goal is 12 classes with 3 ascendancies each. So they're going to triple the amount of currently available ascendancies, double the amount of currently available classes, double the amount of currently available story chapters, and then add a lot of additional endgame stuff. Plus tons of new skill gems and things like that. Dear Santa, I'd like to get PoE 2 early access as a gift this year. Thank you. That's subtle. I actually had the opportunity to give out like 8 copies last week. I don't have any more at this time though. Okay, we found the expedition for the first time in PoE 2. Just gotta clear the area first.
You there, local, come here.
Oh my. Not entirely sure what hit me there, but the whole mana bar disappeared. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. I was actually fully body blocked there for a moment. Meteor Shrine. Okay, what's up, Gwennon?
Well, well, you're hardly a local here, now are you? Huh. Wait, you don't know me? Right, you did warn us about this.
Wait, what?
You will, rather.
You will warn us. Wait, does she know me in the future?
I'm Gwennon.
Wait, this era.
We came back to this era hoping to meet our ancestral heroes in person, but instead, we found an even bigger mystery. We're still digging up ancient remnants of our ancestors, but they won't even arrive on Rayclast for the better part of a year. I think that cataclysm may have scrambled more than just the terrain.
Huh.
Go well.
What a strange woman.
Try to go as far as you can with the detonation.
This should be
cord.
exciting.
Further! Keep going! Away from me.
Okay, I've lost the hotkey for planting down the bombs. Hang on a second. What action is not set? League interface. Show ritual rewards. Where's the button for that? Detonate mines. Use temp skill? Is it temp skill? No, it's not that. Ah, shoot. Anyone know what the default hotkey is for this thing? In PoE 1, I had it as V, but in this game I have V as my dodge. Weapon swap, detonate mines, options, events, transactions. That's not it. Is that the thing where you dig up something explosive? Yeah, it is. It's a League interface. Currently unset for you. Why is it League interface? Okay, thanks. That's weird.
All placed. Shall we light it up?
Yes.
I should also mention this might help.
Oh my god, look at all those scorpions. I was like, you know what, let's do an animation wave, and then just suddenly 300 of these things. Okay, I guess that's it. Have you ever played any of the Fable games? I have not, but I have a website where people can recommend games they want to see me play on the channel. If you do exclamation game rec, it comes up, short for game recommendation. And Fable is on that list. People have been promoting that one. Right now, the top thing on the list is Cyberpunk, so I'm in the middle of a playthrough of Cyberpunk. But it is completely possible I'll visit Fable one day because of that. Still in there. Okay. Electrocuting zombie was still in the file. Game rig? No, not rig, not recommendation. Recommendation. The skeletons standing in the background lobbing explosives are my favorite. The arsonists, yeah. I think right now they're considered the highest DPS skelly, so a lot of people just go, oops, all arsonists. It works, but I like having a well-rounded crew. Honestly, if the frost mages were a bit better, I might go all frost mages, because they freeze things solid. Kind of like how the hammer guys stun things. Hey, Mugchat. Hey, Zonix. Like, I've heard that ice sorceresses really enjoy the game because they just stun lock everything essentially with ice, and I imagine if the frost mages, skeletons were a bit better, they could do similar. Muck's over here using mana as life, and I'm over here using life as mana. I mean, if it works. A nice Mass Effect Legendary's way up there. I look forward to that. Yeah, I played Mass Effect 1, and it was alright. I finished it. And then it was right before Legendary Edition came out, and people were like, will you play the others? I'm like, yeah, Legendary Edition's about to come out. I guess I could play the others. And then it came out, and at that time, it was like so many streamers were getting hit with DMCA and copyright strikes for playing the game. And I was just like, oh shoot, okay, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole right now until this gets sorted out. And it might have been sorted out since then, but that was the reason I stayed away for a long time. Oh! Alright, so this guy ports you into the no-no juice. Oh my god. There's no-nos everywhere. Ah! Oh, I'm out of mana potions. Waystone tier 4. What was this one? I don't even know what Waystone tier this was. I don't think I looked. Proper boss for once. Yeah, the map said it had a boss fight on it. This was tier 2. Is there a way... Okay, so like right now, before I leave, is there a way I can tell what tier this map was? Oh, I guess I'm supposed to do tier 1 maps for this quest, though. Let's see, Alright, well, looks like we're done with that. Okay.
Yes.
Identify.
Hello.
And not bad. Alright,
Only
fire cell,
take
get rid of that.
I'll be here. Wait.
Okay, maps. 4, are all of these tier 1? Alright, so I got a bunch of 1s, a 2, and a 4 right now. Okay, do I have the thing? Here we go. What level... Oh god, what level Genbaria or Ultimatum does it have to be in order to get the Ascendancy points 5 and 6? Mucks still don't salvage equipment with rune slots in them. I do when I realize it. I forgot that time. It has to be floor 3 or trial 7. Okay, this is a trial 7. Alright. They stayed on the token now? Hang on. Let me double check. Completing this will allow you to choose your Ascendancy class. Is that it? All of these say completing this will allow you to choose your Ascendancy class. Literally every single one of them. I'd love to see Dungeon Siege 1 and 2 playthrough, but it's a bit of a pig to get running reliably. Oh my god, dude, I love Dungeon Siege. Except the third one. I played like a few hours of the third one, I was like, this sucks. But DS 1 and 2, I probably spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours in my teens.
How far could
Dude, I had a friend that every day after school, he'd be like, you want to go siege dungeons? I'm like, let's do it. So let's see. Statues petrify you if you stand within their gaze. Monsters grant no flask and charm charges on death. Pyramid objects appear, projecting 4 rotating lasers that inflict corrupted blood. Corrupted blood is basically bleeding. Let's try the lasers. Corrupted blood will nuke your minions. Oh shoot, will it? Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna not do anything special with the minions and see if they... Hey, they ported down, nice. Dude, I thought the laser would just turn on from time to time. I didn't think this was permanent. Oh my god. I have regrets. Do you remember how you categorized Weaver auto chains under fishing in your brain? What do you categorize as a fishing Weaver? A mistake. Oh man, I'll pass on that. That's a no for me, dog. Oh, that is a double play style that is not for me. You know, hang on. Speaking of fishing, I gotta share this with you guys. Okay, so we were looking at my stream report for the year, and one random fact that was on that report, okay, was the most used emotes on my channel. And Mukluk Dancing had 141,000 uses this year. All right, pretty awesome. A lot of them are whenever I play the ad. You know, that one. Everybody goes nuts. I always allow emote spam during the ad, and people will just go crazy spamming this guy dancing, okay? Flute Girl was sharing her stream report for the end of year on our Discord, and she posts this. This is for most used emotes for the year, okay? You know, Mukluk Ban 170, Mukluk Love 200, Bobble 500, Nom 600. Dancing 48,000. And I'm like, she is 1/3 of the dancins on this channel for the last 365 days. Like 48, and then I'm trying to comprehend this. That means like during the ad when I play it, you know, and she gets a whole bunch of dances in the chat, which you can see in the bottom right corner. She's doing this, and I knew she was doing that like a little because everybody was doing that a little, but I didn't know how much she was doing it. 48,000. 1/3 of this entire community's dancins is Banhammer Flute Girl. That's it. That just blew my mind today. She clearly has a problem. No, our problem is just she's so excited. Well, I'm glad they fixed the elevators of the minions. That's good. There was many times like I would go down the elevator, get in combat, and minions are at the top, and I'd have to run away from the elevator so that they would despawn, and then they could start respawning.
Just because you beat the first room.
Monster hits bleed and poison. Monsters release deadly volatiles on death. What's a volatile? Like an explosion or something? An invulnerable shade will stalk you, inflicting ruin. Fail the trial if you reach 7 ruin. Oh, God. You can check what they are with alt. Volatiles are homing orbs which move towards a target before exploding. Let's try volatiles.
They yet chase after you.
Let's see what happens. Alright. Where's the laser thing? Hasn't spawned yet. Oh, this is a small room.
Don't die.
There it is. Alright, I'm out of the laser range right here. But not the fireball range. I'm just gonna dance back here. Fuck you guys, I'm staying in the corner. Ow, that one hit me. This is a bit spicy, guys. We win! Yeah, the biggest reason I love Minion builds, chat, is not because I want to do lazy DPS. It's because I can divert 100% of my brain power to just defense. Like, I'll win eventually if I can win the Dance Dance Revolution. If I can, you know, beat the Galaga that we're doing right now, then I win. Dude, that's only 2 things, so we're gonna have 7.
Don't give up so early.
Monsters have plus resistances. Bloody hearts appear that apply tether, slowing you. Breaking the tether stuns you. Okay, Stormcaller runes, I tried those last time. Those are way worse in PoE 2 than they were in PoE 1. They're way worse. I'll give the monsters resistances. We'll still do physical damage.
Powering the monument requires souls.
Dude, this is the one where you gotta carry the thing around. Imagine if I had done this with the tethers. That'd be awful. F off. I will admit, when I picked the homing thing, I thought it would sometimes home on the minions. I wasn't expecting them all to go for me. That was unexpected. Mistakes. Is this thing pulsing damage on me? My mana is staying at 1. I think this thing I'm carrying is pulsing damage. Ow! Okay, that's kind of messed up. The fact that the laser can get you while you're locked into that animation, that should not be a thing. That should not be a thing. Like, when you're locked into the animation to turn the thing in, it should not zap you. Okay, I managed to time that one decent. I will say this is extremely engaging. Not really having time to get bored here. Come on. There we go. Woo! Next room. Gotta go to the store later, Jack. Later, Bluebell. Nice of them to give me a well. I use a lot of potions in there. Monsters grant no flask and charm charges on death. I don't really have another way to get flask and charm charges. Monsters have more crit chance. Bloody hearts that tether you. Oh, man. I need the charges, and getting stunned is awful, so I guess I'm gonna give the monsters crit chance.
They strike for the heart.
Oh, is this the Chimera?
Val engineered some of the fiercest creatures to ever exist.
Is he gonna come down here? Oh god. Well, there's the triangle thing. Ook small, can we fight down here, please? He's stunned. Big damage! Get him, hammer boys! Dude, that electric water needs to wear off. Ah, his armor break wore off right when he landed. Dude, this guy's such a troll. Get down here.
Now.
Do not want to fight him on the lasers. But it seems we're doing that. Ow! I forgot they... I forgot about the volatile dead. I was like, oh, okay, I'll go pick up the loot. It explodes right in my face. Play around the crit, avoid the one-hit KO. Zorik, I just assume half this stuff can one-hit kill me no matter what. That's how I live my life.
Strength after all.
40% less defense. Monsters can't be slowed or stunned. Monster hits always bleed and poison. Bleed and poison. Alright. 40% less defense is completely out as far as I'm concerned. Cannot be slowed or stunned. I'm not attempting to slow them. I am stunning them with the hammer, guys. So really the choice is can no longer stun them or the bleed and poison thing. I think I'm going to take toxic monsters. I'm going to make them PvP League of Legends players.
Blades await
you. Let me map out the room first. A little island down there might be safe from the laser. Or free.
Hold your ground, if you can.
you weren't playing Summoner, how would you do this? I would still be doing this, but I would just be using different spells. I would still be over here in this spot dancing around, maybe with like firewalls and meteors. I don't know. Maybe totems if I was a strength guy. I would still be using this spot though, I promise you that. Oh no, I got stuck. Oh my god. Oh, there was a body block there at the end. And I didn't even know like which way to actively block because I was just surrounded. I was like, ah! I could play Dredge for free because it's available off Prime Gaming. Dredge is pretty good. They've got a DLC as well I haven't played.
Impressive.
Oh my god. An ancient Vol machination will deploy attacks against nearby intruders. Monsters grant no charges. Challenge area contains turrets that periodically fire projectiles. I don't know what the Vol Omnitect is. Drought is out. I'm not doing that. Drought is out. So it's Omnitect or Burning Turrets. Don't do Omnitect. Alright.
Slay them amongst the flames.
It spawns on you and one-shots you before the patch. Wait, what? That sounds great. Collect all the soul cores. Oh, this thing. Alright, first let's just clear the crowd. Wow, what great camera work. I can't see anything. Where's my minions at? Six weeks delivery on those things. Where do I bring the soul cores? I still haven't found the turn-in spot. Okay, it's down here. I've never had the turn-in spot be, like, not immediately apparent. Okay. Here we go.
Obey me.
At least the turn-in spot's out of range of the lasers this time. That's one less thing I have to think about. So in that regard, it's easier. maybe should not have started that animation with that guy behind me. I am out of mana completely. And I just used my last life flask. I really hope there's a well after this. Okay. If possible, we just need to chill for a minute and recover. Wow. Alright, mana's back up. Yes is back up. Life is almost up. Okay. Number 3 was a lot easier than number 2. Okay, I think the next room's the last one. I don't know if that means it's gonna have a boss or not. I've never done a 7 ultimatum. Hope you get your points. Me too. Oh, yes, I said I hope there's a well. Nice.
Completed or half unfinished.
Oh, stun. In each room, damage taken slowly increases by 1% up to 50, or monsters gain 20% increased heal speed. Speed. Give them 20%.
More frail than you know.
Into the challenge area. Is this a boss? Oh my god. Okay.
A bird doing anything to feed its young.
Oh, there's my first game crash for the day. Oh boy, what timing. Alright. Let's see if I'm still alive or not. The game, if you're disconnected for more than 100 milliseconds, it attempts to pause the game. We'll see if it did so. I was about to dodge through that laser, so... Muck you, grinding gear games. I was in the 7th room.